Come down here, Jim.
Down there?
Here's your friend Chatterbox.
Okay, so everybody can.
Here's a quick
Oops.
intro to how I met Mike, very quickly. I was going out with a woman who lived in New York City. She was from USC. She came into, a friend of hers came into town. Her name was Melissa Misanovich. Go ahead.
Joan Danvers.
No, the USC cheerleader. She was Serbian.
I didn't have any girlfriends.
Melissa Misanovich. She was a USC cheerleader. She was absolutely gorgeous. She comes into town. Mike's tongue is hanging down, and Mike is following her all over the place, justifiably so. So Mike and I meet, and we're immediately clowning around. And so we go downstairs, and it was alternate street parking back then in New York City. So you had to swap the cars periodically from street to street so they could clean the streets. So Mike and I go downstairs, and we cook up this scheme, and we go upstairs, and he's driving a Toyota Celica at the time, and I had a Porsche 924. So we go upstairs, and we going, oh my God, oh no, and he's going, oh God, how am I going to get home? And the girls go, what's going on? Oh, they towed our cars. Oh God, both cars are gone. We didn't move them in time. Well, here's my girlfriend, and Melissa's helping her. They're calling every towing pound in New York. Pound after pound, and it wasn't computers then. And then we finally tell them, well, it was all a joke. Now, they didn't find that quite funny. We didn't know why. But Mike and I thought it was funny, and we became fast friends from there on out. So in 1985, we decided we're going to get a ski house in Vermont. And with one of Mike's old friends, whom shall remain nameless at this moment in time. Old friend. So, we go and spend a night in Newport, and we have a lot of fun. And we are drinking interesting things, and for the sake of a little one here. And so we're climbing over the fence of a restaurant and a pub and a bar, and we get pinched, and the big bouncer's on the other side of the fence, and he goes like this, points to each of us, out. So we get tossed out, we find another place. We roll into the house in Johnston, which had a pool and a diving board. And we proceeded to do cannonballs, melons, and jackknives for about 2 hours and woke up the whole household. Well, we found out the next morning that Mr. Salvadore was woken up, as was everybody else in the house. And he got in his car, got dressed, got in his car, and drove to the old house to go to sleep. Needless to say, he wasn't a fan. So, the next day, Mike and I get up, and we go to Narragansett Beach. And Dana and Judy are on the beach. And they're laying there on the beach. And I said, Mike, there's Dana and Judy. We'll put our blankets down. He says, no, keep going. So we go and park ourselves about 30 feet away. And Judy's hanging out. You know, I spoke to her for a little bit. She was, you know, like, you guys made a lot of racket last night. And I said, yeah, I guess we did. I'm sorry. She's, you know, Judy was like, you know, it's a story. Now Dana is on the other side of the beach. She comes walking by the two of us. And I go, hey, Dana. She looks. She just keeps walking. So Dana has thought ill of me for many a year. And I can't quite figure out why. And I said to her last night, it's good to see you. Are you ever going to forgive me for the swimming pool thing? She said, you will never be forgiven. But just now, over here, I said, you still not going to forgive me? And she said, you are forgiven. Fun times in the Salvadore household.
Redemption.
Redemption. A measure, I'm still going to help.